Hey everyone, it's Alice and I'm here today with my FairyLoot Adult May unboxing. So I can remember nothing about FairyLoot Adult's May pick. I can't remember the prompt, I can't remember if I've looked it up or figured out what it is. So this is a darned doozy of a surprise. Our April pick arrived quite late. It wasn't here until the first week of May, I think. So the fact that we're only a couple of weeks into May and we've already had the May pick through, that bodes well. They're catching up, which is nice. But I honestly don't have the foggiest as to what this is going to be. So let's jump in together and have a lovely surprise. Oh, the prompt is kiss or kill. So it looks like it's going to be another dark and gloomy book, which seems to be most of what FairyLoot have been picking for their adult boxes. They have recently announced that they're going to be launching something called the Romantasy subscription, which is going to be adult fantasy books, but like romantic fantasy books, so with a bit more spice in. And I think a lot of people seem to be planning on jumping ship to that when that gets launched. I'm going to wait and see kind of how my finances are going, whether I'm still interested in this subscription or if I would like to move over to that one or if I'll just cancel both. So I'll keep you updated as I decide what I'm doing, but that's something that you can look out for. You can join the waitlist if that's something that you're interested in that you haven't heard about yet. So, without further ado, let's find out if this is another book that FairyLoot have done with black sprayed pages. Oh, that's very bright, kind of orangey brown. Huh. That's a surprise for one with a prompt card that looks this black and red. What is going on in here? So this is, oh, The Curse of Saints by Kate Dramis. Well, that's obviously got to be a redesigned cover because that looks a lot like, I can't remember who the artist is. Oh, it's going to be on the back of the spoiler card. What am I doing? Monalime. Ah, damn it. Yes, the one that did the interior illustrations for J. Kristof's Empire of the Vampire. It is Monalime. My brain blanked on the artist's name. But yes, that was who I was thinking of. And it's a very beautiful cover. I love the like slight amount of foiling around the circle. I like the kind of embossed. And the fact that the person is shiny but the rest of the cover is matte, which is an interesting choice. It's very tactile to hold. And then you've got like the kind of swirly bits on the back, which I'm a little bit frustrated they didn't go with the foil on the back as well, because you can see the foil on the front goes round to the spine and then it like cuts off to switch over. Hopefully you'll be able to see that on the close-ups, but it is a little bit disjointed, so I'm not sure why they've gone with that choice and haven't just done the foil all the way around if it's really that much harder to foil the back of a dust jacket. But unless it's part of the story, of course, but I don't particularly enjoy that. My cover is also a tiny little bit ripped, but I will look past that. I'm also not a fan of the orange into black sprayed edges because they did this exact same thing on The Ones We Burn by Rebecca Mix, which was in the YA FairyLoot box in either November or December last year. So it's not very unique. It's not the first time that they've done this exact colour match. Let me see if I can grab that and show you, just in case you don't know which one I mean. I will be back. Bum, 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 bum. I am back. I survived, just about. That was a precarious climb. Whew. So, The Curse of Saints, The Ones We Burn. Could be twins. So I'm not impressed by the fact that they've gone with that again. I will admit The Curse of Saints is ever so slightly more kind of almost brown, whereas The Ones We Burn is more of like a burnt orange, but I know not everybody who subscribes to the adult FairyLoot will be subscribed to the FairyLoot YA, but they obviously knew that a lot of people were subscribed to both because of the fact that they've recently done the combination subscription to save people from shipping both. So I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't have made this choice again within a year. I think using it twice that close together is very, very lazy. But that doesn't reflect on the contents of the book, so I will try to put that to one side, even though it does frustrate me. So we have the end papers here, which have a lady about to kiss a man with a knife at his throat. And then, ooh, see, they could have just done that. That's a lot more interesting. That has the title and the author's name on it. It's got the foiling. The foiling's a little bit pale to see against the grey, but that's almost kind of reminiscent of their editions of Roshani Chokski's The Gilded Wolves series, also kind of reminiscent of the recently announced Remnant Chronicles that they're doing. So that is a nice style, but again isn't the most unique thing because they have done that similar to that a couple of times before as well. But yeah, very, very pale, quite hard to see. And then at the other end we've got the lady hiding the knife behind her back and fighting a different man. So I think we're doing some fighting in this book, which is interesting. Slightly future Alyce coming at you. I realised as I finished filming that I forgot to say, but the end papers at the front and the back are both designed by Monolime as well, but the foil on the hardcover case is designed by Blanca Design. Always credit artists. And I know it would have been on the screen anyway, but it's nice to be able to actually shout them out. And this is signed by the author on that page there. So let us read out the blurb and see what the book is about. Because overall I'm not enthused by the design that much. Has she been sent to save the realm or destroy it? As spymaster to the Queen, Aya's blood oath ensures she protects those she fights alongside, including Will, the Queen's enforcer and Aya's bitter rival. When rumours of dark magic rise in a nearby kingdom, both are sent to investigate, but when Aya's power acts beyond her gods-given affinity, she risks being turned into a weapon in a war she doesn't know how to win. And when her relationship with Will unexpectedly shifts, neither knows the danger that will follow. I'm not grabbed. I'm not interested, really. That doesn't sound very unique. It sounds kind of like an enemies to lovers with the other guy that she's working with, and that's something that I've seen a few times in adult fantasy, and it almost kind of sounds a little bit, dare I say it, formulaic. But obviously I haven't read it yet. I'm just going off of the blurb. Personally, if this hadn't been in a book box pick, I don't think I would have picked it out myself unless I'd seen very good reviews. So hopefully it will live up to, exceed my expectations, because even just living up to my expectations is not difficult in this scenario. But that is another FairyLoot Adult unboxing for you. Please let me know what you think of this edition, if you think I'm being too harsh, if you also don't like it. I mean, I like the artwork on the front cover. It's just the kind of disjointed foiling there and then the repetitive sprayed edges that aren't really exciting me that much, especially because over the last few months they've really been stepping up their game. They've been putting a lot of stenciled edges, putting a lot of very jaw-dropping books in these boxes. So this feels like we've kind of taken a step back again, which is a shame. But please do let me know what you think. If you've read this book and you would recommend it, then please let me know down in the comments. If you've read this book and you would tell me to avoid it, then also let me know down in the comments, because I have too many books to read and not enough time to read them in. I am Alyce, this is the Bumbling Blogger. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again with another video very soon. Bye! Climbing over to my bookcase. Bam, 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 bam. Grabbing my book to show you in the video. Bam, 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 bam. Got the book, dropped some stuff. And now I'm sinking. Oh no. This was a terrible idea.